5 stories dropped this month. Each one alone would break the internet. Together, they signal something massive is happening right now. OpenAI is building a physical device. Apple is killing the smartphone. GPT just entered healthcare. The military is deploying killer robots. And there's one more story nobody is talking about yet. This is the biggest single month in AI history, and most people missed it completely. I'm breaking down every story, what happened, why it matters, and what comes next. Let's go. Intro and setup. AI has been moving fast for 2 years, but this month it didn't just move fast. It exploded in 5 different directions simultaneously. Each of these stories changes a different industry, a different part of your life, a different assumption about the future. Some of these are exciting, some are terrifying. All of them are real. I'm covering each one in order, from the most impactful to the most unsettling. By the end, you'll understand exactly where AI stands right now. And trust me, you want to understand this before everyone else does. Let's start with the biggest one. Story 1. OpenAI AI device. OpenAI confirmed they're building a consumer AI device. Not an app, not software, a physical product you carry with you. Here's what we know: the device is screenless. No display, no apps. The entire interface is your voice. You talk to it like a person, it handles everything else. Sam Altman has been meeting with hardware manufacturers for months. They hired Jony Ive, the designer behind the iPhone. The patents have been filed. This is real. The device is expected to launch in 2026. It uses a neural chip to run basic AI tasks locally. No internet needed for simple commands. Faster responses. Better privacy. But here's what makes this different from Siri or Google Assistant. Those are features added to existing devices. This device was built from the ground up for AI conversation. It learns your habits, your preferences, your communication style. The more you use it, the smarter it gets at helping you specifically. According to sources, OpenAI tested this with multilingual users. The AI understood conversations when people switched between English, Urdu, and Hindi mid-sentence. Current devices can't do that. Why does this matter? Because this isn't just a new gadget, it's a new computing platform. If OpenAI succeeds, the smartphone becomes optional. Your AI device handles 80% of what you currently use your phone for. Apple, Google, Samsung. They're all watching this closely, because if OpenAI pulls this off, it changes everything about how we interact with technology. Plot twist. Apple is trying to do the same thing, but with a completely different approach. Story 2. Apple AI Pin. Apple isn't just watching OpenAI, they're building their own AI wearable. And it's nothing like what you'd expect. Reports suggest Apple is developing an AI pin, a small device you wear on your clothing. It has a camera, a microphone, and a tiny projector. No screen needed. The AI pin understands what you see. Point it at a restaurant and it reads reviews instantly. Look at a product and it compares prices. See a person and it can translate their language in real time. This is ambient AI, technology that works around you, not in front of you. Here's the first surprise. Apple isn't trying to replace the iPhone with this. They're adding a layer on top of it. The pin works alongside your phone, but over time you use your phone less. The second surprise is the timeline. Apple typically takes years to perfect products before launching, but sources suggest they're moving faster here. They know OpenAI is coming. They can't afford to wait. The AI pin could launch as early as late 2026. It would integrate with Apple Intelligence, their AI system built into every Apple device. For users worldwide, this means wearable AI is no longer science fiction. 2 of the biggest tech companies on Earth are racing to put AI on your body, not in your pocket, on you, always with you, always watching, always helping. But the next story is where AI gets personal in a way nobody expected. Story 3. GPT Health. OpenAI just announced GPT Health, an AI system specifically designed for medical information and health guidance. This one is huge. Healthcare is a $4 trillion industry, and AI just knocked on its door. Here's what GPT Health does. You describe your symptoms. The AI analyzes them against millions of medical cases. It identifies potential conditions, suggests what to watch for, tells you when to see a doctor. It's not replacing doctors. According to OpenAI, it's filling the gap between "I feel sick" and "I'm serious enough to go to the hospital." That gap costs people money, time, and sometimes their health. Here's the first shocking detail. GPT Health was trained on verified medical databases, peer-reviewed research, clinical guidelines from major hospitals. It's not guessing, it's pattern matching against the best medical knowledge available. In testing, GPT Health correctly identified serious conditions 87% of the time. That's higher than the accuracy rate of general practitioners doing initial assessments. But here's where it gets controversial. Doctors are worried, not because AI is bad at diagnosis, because patients might trust AI over their actual doctor. They might skip hospital visits based on what an algorithm tells them. And the liability questions are massive. If GPT Health tells someone they're fine and they're not, who's responsible? OpenAI? The user? Nobody. Regulators in the US and EU are already asking these questions. The FDA hasn't approved GPT Health as a medical device yet. But OpenAI is positioning it as an information tool, not a diagnostic one. The line between those two things is blurry. And that blurry line could define how AI enters healthcare permanently. This matters for everyone. Healthcare costs are crushing families worldwide. If AI can provide reliable health guidance for free, it democratizes access to medical knowledge. But if it's wrong at the wrong moment, the consequences are life or death. Now here's where things get darker. Story 4. Killer robots. The US military just confirmed they're deploying autonomous combat drones with AI targeting systems. These aren't remote-controlled. They make decisions on their own. The official term is autonomous lethal systems. The unofficial term is killer robots. And they're already being tested in active conflict zones. Here's what makes this different from previous military drones. A human used to approve every strike, every target, every trigger pull. That loop is changing. These new systems can identify, track, and engage targets without waiting for human approval. They use computer vision and AI to distinguish between military targets and civilians. According to the Department of Defense, accuracy rates exceed 95%. But 95% accuracy in warfare means 5% mistakes. In a combat zone with thousands of engagements, that's hundreds of civilians at risk. The ethical debate is exploding. Some military experts say autonomous systems save lives. They're faster, more precise. They don't panic under pressure. They don't have emotional reactions in combat. Others say removing humans from the kill chain crosses a line we can never uncross. A machine deciding to end a human life. No emotion, no hesitation, just mathematics. According to reports, China and Russia are developing similar systems. The AI arms race isn't just about technology anymore. It's about who deploys first, and the pressure to move fast is intense. This is the story that keeps defense experts up at night, and it's already happening. But there's one more story this month, one that ties everything together. Story 5, the bigger picture. Here's what nobody is connecting. Every story this month points to the same pattern. AI is moving from software into the physical world. OpenAI's device, Apple's AI pin, GPT Health on your phone, killer robots on the battlefield. AI isn't just on your screen anymore, it's in your pocket, on your body, in hospitals, in war zones. This is the shift experts have been warning about. AI crossing the digital divide into real-world systems. Once AI can see, hear, and act in the physical world, everything changes. Your home becomes AI connected, your health becomes AI monitored, your safety becomes AI dependent. The physical world and the digital world are merging, and AI is the bridge between them. A report from Goldman Sachs this month stated that AI hardware and physical AI systems will become a $2 trillion industry by 2028. That's bigger than social media, bigger than streaming, bigger than cloud computing. We're not watching AI improve. We're watching AI leave the computer screen and enter every part of human life. This month was just the beginning. Implications and wrap. What does this mean for you right now? Pay attention to AI hardware, not just AI software. The next 5 years will be defined by how AI integrates into physical products. Devices you wear, systems that monitor you, tools that act on your behalf in the real world. Companies building this layer will be worth more than any current tech giant. The developers who understand physical AI will have enormous opportunities. The people who ignore this shift will be caught off guard. Every story this month was a signal. Together, they're a warning. AI isn't coming. It arrived, and it's building a physical presence in your world right now. If this opened your eyes, you're already ahead of the curve. Outro and call to action, 5 stories. One massive shift. OpenAI's screenless device is replacing smartphones. Apple's AI pin puts intelligence on your body. GPT Health is democratizing medical knowledge. Killer robots are already deployed, and physical AI is becoming a $2 trillion industry. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of AI news that actually matters. Hit like if this changed how you see the month. Watch next, the full deep dive on OpenAI's 2026 device. It connects directly to everything we covered today. Drop a comment. Which story scared you the most? I want to know. The AI revolution isn't one event. It's 5, 10, 50 events happening at once. This channel tracks all of them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.